Hi, good morning to everyone. I'm D.Radhasri, Assistant Professor in Department of Commerce under Dr. SNS Rajeshmi College of Arts and Science. Now we are going to see about management accounting one case study. Let me see about the what is the case studies. In that way, first we have seen about the first evaluate how the typical budgetary process in the undertaking in a business way should be the organized. Budgeting is a set of planning, goal, and financial objectives. Help the organization to prepare for future expenses, short terms or long terms. What is the short terms and long terms? Short terms is a short period when the business is starting in the initial stage. When the business is developed to the growing stage, we can able to find out the long term of the business, which should be identify the movement of the business in a processing of the way. Budgetary process is used to the communicate the relevant informations to the performance of allocation, formulating the budget according to the organization needs and policies. It should be helpful for the organization that can be identify the problems what they are handling in their budgeting cases of the rules and regulations, which can be helpful the best way of the process of resource to be produce more efficiencies. Certainty operation costs can be reduced and their long-term savings in their futures. It is helpful for the business to going in the proper way of the channels. Decision making process have to be handled in the according to the budgetary only. It should be helpful for the managing to have their hard time preparation the budget. In the way only the best way we have find out. What's the best way we have find out? For the proper resource to be there, production more efficiently and their valuable sessions can be handling in their budgetary process. In that way only creation of operations cost can be reduced. And first we want to find out that the reducing of the cost is the important for this increasing the sales of their business. In that term only the long term service in the future cases can be handled in the decisions making process. How to be done and according to their budgetary only, manager will having the hard time preparation to handling the proper way of analysis. It can be handling in the correct way movement only. In that way only we are using the separate budgetary process. In the other case, the second one is the zero based budgetary approach in the best way of companies to cut the cost during their COVID 19 pandemic. In that zero based budgetary is a future based budgetary system creation competition among their resources. It should be when the competition can be increasing, the resources may differ a different way, and the price can be to be handled in the different way of the process. More allocations of the resource can be given to those of the preparation of their will performance to be handled in the business. It should be taken a time for handling the proper way of movement. Already we have seen about the planning. The budget is very important for the goal setting of the finance system. It should be helpful for their business to be a proper handling for future experience short terms and long terms. In that way only we have seeing about this recording, we can be analyzing the budgetary in the proper way of handling systems. Okay, next we see about the one case is how the performance of companies can improve in terms of planning, controlling and decision making. How can the company's performance improve through the management tools? Achieving standards that can bring significant changes, eliminating of the risk of failures. We should be identify the proper way of handling the business. It can be handled in the moment of the goods only. In the oldest performance of the world, the marketing is based on the resource and the existing of business organization in the here present marketing is there spite out of the year all the business and none of the business in the organization. In that way only the budgeting is very helpful for the appropriate action should be taken in the year sections of the year. Market is should be mingled in the budgetary for the management decision making. Science based also it is can be rules and principles to be one of this known as the scientific practice. In that way, only some work is undertaken with the specific qualification and abilities marketing in the art of the cultures, acquiring the studies and ability to perform their training in the lead of the performance. In the managerial functions, it involves analyzing the market opportunities, planning the marketing activities, and it should be implemented in the marketing planning and should be set the controlling among the such cases organization objectives accommodations to be the minimum cost. Marketing is the economic functions that can be taken in the proper way of distributing using the channels. It can be implemented what the case is to be handling in the proper way of channels. It is very important in the budgeting process. We want to handle the proper way. It should be helpful for the votes should be taken in a proper method of selection. In that way only, the ratio analysis taking an important place to identify the organization functional positions, comparing the organization performance, identifying the efficiency in terms of the assets and liabilities, analyzing whether the resource that can be organized in the enough that time. It can be handled in the very important process. The ratio analysis is very good. In the starting itself, we have identified the planning, goaling, financial objectives. It should be helpful for the organization to prepare a proper decision making, and we can able to analyzing the short terms and long terms of the business. In the way only we can improving the sales of the organizations under the control to be handled for the proper way. Thank you for the listening of the case study regarding the management accounting.